everybody. Welcome to the Longest Day, Growing Your Longest Day Fundraiser. My name is Laura Zabel. I'm the Longest Day Manager for the Greater Indiana Chapter, and I'm joined here by Casey.
Hi, Laura. I'm Casey Keller, the Longest Day Committee Chair for the Greater Indiana Chapter.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today and giving about 30 minutes of your time to learn more about how to make your fundraiser even more successful. So as a little bit of our agenda, we're going to first start and just share what the longest day is. Then we're going to dive into talking about getting more people involved and then even getting businesses involved. We're going to kind of end with the value and the need and the how to show appreciation to those individuals that help you, whether it be donors or actually people that join your team or businesses that contribute, and then end with some kind of Q&A, some helpful best practices to send you on your way. And Casey is going to kick it off by sharing what the longest day is.
Great. So the longest day is the day with the most life. And on and around June 21st, thousands of people worldwide engage their community around the fundraising activity of their choice. You can bowl, play cards, host a social media fundraiser, or simply ask a coworker to buy your homemade cookies. I'd love some cookies right now, right?
Yeah.
The Greater Indiana Chapter has been a leader in the longest day fundraising efforts, and we've raised more than $250,000 during the 2018 season. And that made us 4th ranked nationally. We're excited that you're joining us for the 2019 season to help fund vital research and keep programs and services free for those impacted with Alzheimer's. Now that you've selected your fundraiser, because you used those very helpful tips from our last webinar, it's time to start growing it. A successful fundraiser is not only about asking for donations, it's asking for support from people. People will connect with other people to help support your event and create more awareness, and that's exactly what we want to happen. So think about who you know. Who will you ask to join your fundraising efforts? And then also think about where you can ask for support. Just map it out. What businesses share your vision? Anyone with a brain should be concerned in the needs to take action to help end Alzheimer's. But taking a step closer to a shared vision, think about your event. If you're hosting a crafting party, it can be a fundraiser. Think about those local businesses and providing craft supplies, and think about who those crafters are. You can be connected to them in a cinch. Let's start thinking about building your team. When you register your longest day event, you can choose to make it a team. You can invite others to register on your team and help fundraise and create even more awareness. Getting more people on your team, they will communicate, they will use their network, and they'll become even more involved. They're connecting the why and the how, and they're raising more and more funds and best practices. Ask family and friends, ask your coworkers, and ask businesses around you. You can ask them as a participant or as a team member. So when you're asking them to join, you're going to ask them to come to your page. And you can ask them to join as a team member or as a participant. When you're joining as a team, you're going to want to make sure that they think about who they can have join them. You're going to want to encourage them to update their own pages, think about their businesses, encourage them to use their company logos, and anyone that they know that is connected to the disease. Be sure to have them tell their own story and put it in their words. One of the cool things about using the tools that we have is that you can connect with Facebook and do a Facebook fundraiser once you register. This is a great way to do a fun competition to raise funds. There are ready-made tools waiting for you. I'm going to share a few of these now. You can access the tools when you update your web page when you log in. Simply click on your pages in the Participant Center. Under the Send Email tab, you'll find several email templates, including one for recruiting others. This is super helpful. You can simply copy the text and paste it right into an email. If you want to modify it, you just simply rewrite it in your own words. Otherwise, it's ready for you as is. You can also download flyers, one of which can be customized and printed to engage people to join your team. This is so helpful when you already know who you want on your team. You just simply send it to your contacts. This and other tools are available in English and Spanish. So be sure to check it out in the Your Pages tab.
Thank you so much, Casey. I appreciate that. All right, so now we talked a little bit about getting people on your team. Let's talk about getting businesses involved also. So obviously getting others engaged makes your event even stronger and will strengthen your marketing power also. If you are a family, or think if you're an individual fundraiser, getting businesses involved will make your fundraising that much easier and really create even more awareness. If you've got a business that has clients and customers coming in, even them posting the logo out someplace is really going to fill that marketing and creating awareness need that we want. We want people talking about the Alzheimer's Association and talking about the disease. So if you have any event, these are ways to kind of to add on donations with a little effort. So think about typical engagement with businesses. A lot of folks reach out and ask for items for raffles or auctions. But don't forget food. You know, there are businesses, a catering business that maybe wants to sponsor your food. If you're hosting, you know, some type of barbecue in your backyard, maybe they want to do that. Or event supplies, or maybe even a place to host your event. So maybe you want to have some activity, a fundraiser. Maybe a local brewery can host it for you. And a lot of times they're going to give you the spaces for free because they want to be a part of that solution and support you. And maybe if they can't donate some products, they can at least give a reduced price, which is very, very common. Everyone loves a little competition. So say you decide you're going to host, you know, the event that I'm hosting is a wine and design event. But maybe I go in and talk to two businesses and say, hey guys, I'm doing this event. And maybe there's two wineries, if you will. But we'd love to get you involved. Maybe each of you can do a fundraiser and we'll see which one can challenge against each other to raise the most. So get multiple businesses involved to kind of challenge, or maybe it's going to be two businesses that are next door to one another. So to kind of see that. Another way that you can ask businesses to help your fundraising is for them to do a point of purchase fundraiser. So you can see some kind of an image down there on the bottom of the screen where they can, when people check out at a coffee shop or a local business, any of their clients can come in and make a donation and they can write their name on it, or maybe the name of a loved one on there too. So it's a great way. We even have these kits kind of ready-made. So just let us know, we can get those out. Another easy add-on to whatever event you're planning and how to connect with businesses is doing a dine and donate. Many local and national restaurants are extremely generous to give a percentage back to your charity. So we've shared some lists of dine and donate friendly restaurants in other previous communication, and we've got that available for sure in the online community, which is accessible, where Casey spoke of in that participant center. And many of them donate anywhere from 10 to 25%. The next one is thinking of a casual for a cause. There's some places that, you know, business dress is still common in an office place. So we have what they're called casual for a cause stickers. And maybe you do a jeans day, or maybe even they're wearing jeans, but they do this special purple day where everybody gets to wear something purple fun or purple hat. So think about doing that once a week. It could be at your workplace where you work, but also you could just engage with a friend's workplace, or just go in and talk to anybody, you know, companies. That's an easy way for them to get involved. And the last is make sure to ask your employer if they match donations. So there are a lot of companies, especially larger companies, that are very generous and look to that. So find out. We even had recently one of our participants here in Indiana, Colin, he actually won a prize from his employer, and the prize was a donation of $500 to his charity of his choice. So ask around. You might be surprised what kind of opportunities exist in your own backyard. All right, so a couple tools about getting connected to businesses. So Casey shared about how to get connected. We've got some tools. Some of those are the same here in a business model as with individuals, but there's a couple unique things I just wanted to call to your attention. One, the most important thing, and this can be for anything, is make it easy to donate, all right? People don't carry cash all the time, do they, Casey? I don't have any cash in my pocket at this time at all. So the most important thing is, no matter, even if you're just doing a fundraiser in your backyard and inviting your 12 friends over, make sure that you know where people can go online to your page and donate via credit card. The easiest thing to do is to update that URL to take credit card donations. And we'll use an example. At the bottom of the screen, you can see it says team page link, and there's a bunch of words. That's what your web address is going to look like normally, but you can customize that. And if you look right above there, there actually is a shorter link that basically ends up saying go to /mysugarpie. And this is an example of a business in Zionsville and also in Greenwood. They've done a fundraiser for us, which was lovely. On National Pie Day, they gave out 314 slices of pie and took donations. And yeah, I know, what a great opportunity. And she knew, the owner there, she knew, you know what, we're going to have folks that are going to want to contribute and donate via credit card. So they made these little cards that put their web address and even shared the helpline so they can continue that kind of awareness. So you can still have those cash collection boxes, but you want to make sure that you give an opportunity for people to connect. So this is a tool if you are a business, or if you're wanting to entice and get other businesses involved, you're going to need to make sure that this situation is already set up. But anyway, the other thing is making sure that you create that. The way you can update that is by logging on to your web page and click on the My Pages Participant Center that Casey had mentioned. And the last piece that I'll note is if you are a team and you're wanting to go in and talk to some of these businesses, we have sample letters that will help you request donations. And there's just a little image there. It has everything you need. You can kind of fill in your own information, maybe tell your personal story. Casey spoke to that, putting it in your own words. But again, we're giving you those tools to be successful, to go in and talk to a business. If you want to get an item donated for a raffle, this is going to help you articulate the why and to be able to leave something behind. All right, appreciation. So, really, this is probably one of the more critical things, but I'll really be honest with even myself, sometimes I think we forget. We kind of fall short to that area of we've asked everybody for their help. They've generously stepped up. We forget to say thanks and do a really big thanks for them. So your donors, team members, and businesses who supported you all need to be appreciated. And we have a couple tools that are available for you to make this even easier. So one, I think things to remember is to share what were your donation totals and what they supported. So share what they funded. So $25 helps a helpline call. And so translating that in, and we have all that information available for you, but explaining to them that because of their generosity, they were able to help Hoosiers get connected to either helpline or $250 as a care consultation. So really sharing that. So whether you're going to write a handwritten card or send them an email or a phone call, make sure that they understand what their generosity supported. A great thing is if you get some businesses to participate, you can display their logo at your event. So, get out a Word document, drop in that logo on there and display it. So that's a great way to show appreciation, and they're going to get some of their needs met also of really branding their business. Giving small thank you gifts. There's a little image there on the screen of, just some little stuff you can find on Pinterest. Put a certificate in a frame. Do a social media shout out. So that can be on your own social media page that you've shared, or use some of the hashtags that we have for the Longest Day and for the Alzheimer's Association and really share that. We've also had some folks that have created actually unique postcards or thank you cards with photos of the event, and that's been really successful in mailing those to top donors. And the last thing, if you're like, I don't want to do any of those things, I can't think for myself very often, again, just like some of those tools that we have to recruit participants to your team, we actually have sample emails that you can either copy and paste, just like Casey said, as a thank you. And we can also, you can even mail them from there. So if you've got Yahoo, you can send it out from there, or you can send it. So we've made it as easy as it can be.
And that's exactly what we're trying to do. So we want to give you those best practices, keeping in mind we're trying to make it easy, fun, accessible. So here are those best practices for growing your fundraiser. Refresh, create, engage, and ask. So try not to oversaturate your social media pages with requests to give. And when you do ask, give a compelling reason to support and give. So refreshing that ask will really help those that are following following you understand that it's not the same message. It really is a new message. It is a request, of course. However, there's a reason why you continue to ask. So refresh the ask. Engage your vendors and business partners. Be sure to have companies go beyond by asking for matching donations. That's a great way to get them engaged. Ask for goods and services and ask them how they can help you. Ask how they see how we end Alzheimer's together. That's a great way to get them engaged. Invite everyone to attend and support you. Think inside and outside, especially outside your circle. So build a list of everyone you know and even groups of people. So be sure to be, again, thinking outside of that circle. Always know your why. Having that compelling story is super, super important. And then also share why you participate and how the impact to Hoosiers is important to the work that we do. Every 65 seconds, someone develops the disease. So use the data to encourage support. Try using encouraging methods too. So 65 donations or $65, 65 cents. Just think in terms of the data and how that can turn into methods for donating and raising awareness. And then one last thing that we just simply cannot stress enough is, do you know why people don't give? It's because they simply aren't asked. Having that personal invitation to give, having a personal information session to raise awareness, their level of awareness, their level of understanding, and then being asked to give, it has meaning. So make people feel special and ask. It's that simple.
Thank you very much, Casey. It's so true. Okay, to kind of wrap it up here, we'll share a couple key takeaways. Like we said, we're going to keep this short and sweet so you can get on the way and go out and find some businesses and some other people to recruit to your team. So a couple key takeaways is, one is just pausing for just a moment and determining your network and your location. Like, you know, who are you looking to connect with and where do you want to go? So kind of build a plan, get out there. Then two, really reinforce your gratitude, but then also making those asks. So first and foremost, just like Casey said, there's a lot of time, you know, you might be surprised that a business just hasn't been asked, but they're willing to contribute in some way. And so 1 in 3 seniors is impacted over, you know, the age of 85. So the reality is that the majority of the people you talk to have a personal connection also. So making that ask is important, and then reinforcing the gratitude when they do contribute. Or if they don't contribute, that's fine. The ask alone, you have now created another awareness opportunity. So don't see that as a fail, see that as an opportunity that you've then created a space in their head to think about Alzheimer's Association, and when they do need us, they're going to know where to come and turn to. And 3, share your story or facts about the association. If you don't have a personal connection, we have lots of data points and lots of information that can kind of show and help share that story for you. All right, so keep connected. We've got another webinar that's coming up next week. It's called Sharing Your Story, so it's actually very perfect. It kind of segues from what we wrapped up here. Sharing your story and creating awareness for and on the longest day. So we've got lots of good social media tools that are out there. And even if you want old school letter writing, we've got lots of tools for you. We've got some opportunity. If you really are like, you know what, I need to take a little bit more time and dive in with Casey or with Laura, we've got some opportunity for some coaching calls. My contact information is there at any given time, and always make sure that you have that helpline in your back pocket, whether you have it memorized or whether you have some magnets, or even just maybe put that at the bottom of your signature. Maybe you can even add that as a way, hey, join my team. Here's the helpline. As we know, we really want to get that information in the hands of people that need it. That's a part of that awareness. So we thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for giving your time to help end Alzheimer's.